Hello guys, welcome back. It's been a while because I have been lazy, but I have come back with a new character. He is the best character.
So, this is supposed to be paradise?
So, meet Zero, King of Little Devils. You may be wondering why the hell he looks like that. That's because the Infernal Communicator accessory, that's where it comes from. He's a devil, or some sort of phantom, I suppose. But yes, you unlock him by playing through for the Lost Chapter and beating it, something which I have woefully yet to do. Alternatively, you can purchase him at the cheat phones in Chapter 2. He costs 5 million halos. A small price to pay. But yes, he has his own beast and bird forms. His bird form, by the way, is called Phantom Within. But it's not really a bird form or beast form to speak of, it's just him standing still. He handles like Bayonetta, so he has a 5 dodge limit. And he's just as fabulous as her as well. He has his own taunts. The actions themselves are the same as everyone else's, but the taunts themselves are not any different. But they're all just as fabulous. Also, you may have noted before when he was running around without Beast Within, he runs a little bit faster than Bayonetta and John. And here's a little thing about Zero. No matter what, he always has the Infernal Communicator equipped. So the basic gist of this one is you hit punch and kick at the same time, and you summon 5 little devils. And they will attack whatever you're attacking, giving you a pretty decent stagger rate, as well as... well, they don't do too much damage, so you don't need to worry about that. Also, because he always has the Infernal Communicator equipped, whenever you equip Pulley's Butterfly at the same time with him, and you press punch and kick at the same time, you'll summon 2 butterflies and 2 demons, devils rather. Makes it kind of inconvenient playing with him, because you only get two butterflies, which is only essentially good for 1 hit. And yes, that was his long taunt there before, but you really couldn't tell, could you? But yeah, he has his own torture summons, not that you can really tell, and his own infernal demon summons. And yeah, his Wicked Weaves are exactly the same as Bayonetta's, so they're black and purple. Also yeah, there's this about him. He dies very quickly. So if you think of Sonic and his rings, if you get hit once, he loses all his rings. He gets hit again without any rings, he dies. Same thing with Zero. If your health bar is anything but fully upgraded, you will die in 2 hits. So the first hit will take away all your health, and the second hit will kill you. Full health bar will mean you get 3 hits. Also, something which you may have noticed, I'm not sure, it was very quick. When you're about to die, the edges of the screen start showing those claws, and that sort of weird throbby effect. That's meant to be kind of like representing demons attempting to pull Bayonetta or whoever back into hell. But yeah, I think that's the first time we've seen that, because that's the first time I've ever been close to dying, as opposed to QTE def or whatever. But yes, in hard and non-stop you will meet a lot of joys. A lot of them. It's kind of annoying. It's hard to predict what they're going to do, to be honest. But the worst thing about them... No, not this torture attack. No, the worst thing about them is that they can respawn. I forget if I mentioned it in the main playthrough, but each Joy has the ability to respawn once as their... So there's always a potential that you're fighting these things forever because you're not killing them fast enough. And also I'm pretty sure that the game's programmed so that you can't have more than 3 Joys at once. And you can see that one there was about to respawn as well, so... yeah, it's kind of annoying. Now, I'm assuming that you guys watched the normal playthrough, whoever's watching this, so you won't be finding Alfheim locations here. Ah, yes. Now... you may remember in the first video for Non-Stop, I talked about how hard it is to get Witch Time with Jeanne. Because she can only trigger Witch Time using Moth Within. It's a matter of precision. It's also particularly hard with Non-Stop because in Non-Stop you can't use anything else but a perfect evasion or accessories that specifically give you Witch Time to get you Witch Time. Whereas in hard, you can use the parry accessory to get Witch Time. That won't happen here when it's non-stop. What else? Witch Time. Jeanne gets double combo points during Witch Time. That's in comparison to Bayonetta, who only gets 1.5 times. Also, this jerk here. You may have noticed, you may notice that when I got Witch Time, he backed the hell away from me. It's also, yeah, he makes it a lot harder to kill him because you can only kill him in Witch Time, and that guy doesn't give you Witch Time. Yeah, if you happen to kill all those angels before him, you're pretty much screwed. You may ask how the hell you can get Witch Time with Jeanne so consistently. Someone on YouTube actually sent a message to me asking how the hell do I do that. And all I could really say was you need to practice, because that's the truth of it. Getting used to the timing for Jeanne's Witch Time is pretty hard coming from a playing from Bayonetta. Because Bayonetta is really lenient with her Witch Time. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but Jeanne only triggers Witch Time using Moth Within because in the Bayonetta canon, I suppose, she is such a badass witch that she only wanted to get Witch Time by putting her life in danger. True story. But yes, this one is actually pretty easy. The later Witch Time Alfheims are really hard, mainly because of the enemy selection. But we'll get to those later. And hopefully by then I will have an accessory that will help with that. So, I mentioned that I'm using Zero as a collector for crows. Here's the first crow on hard. So basically whenever you see Zero, that you know that I'm playing on hard. But just to be sure, there's a bit of text there. But no, in case you're wondering, I will not ever be playing or uploading any video gameplay footage of me playing as Zero because it is awful. Awful, awful, awful. And yes, another crow, non-stop. You may be wondering why the hell I'm even trying to collect these crows. If you collect all the crows, plus all the achievements, you will get a special thing. Be showing that off at the very end. I don't know why the game gives you health when you're playing well. It only seems to give you drop health when you are playing well. If you're playing really poorly, the game doesn't drop any health, which seems counterintuitive. Oh yeah. I don't believe I showed this off with Bayonetta, but when you down a decoration, you can kick him. Basically it's like a torture attack, and you can aim where to kick. But yeah, this fight is exactly the same as on normal. The enemies are exactly the same and everything. So it's just a time to have fun. You can technically skip this cutscene, by the way. I just didn't bother, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's one thing I maybe forgot to mention. Jean's Wicked Weaves do 1.5 more damage than Bayonetta. Just thought I'd throw that out. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the last chapter of the normal playthrough, but just in case. And because of her stronger Wicked Weaves, sometimes getting combo rank with her is really hard, because she kills things a little bit quicker. But yeah, she also gets her own Infernal Demon summons. The one there she just used, Oxexra Clear, means something along the lines of to vomit and cry weeping or something. Jean is a very, very gross person. But yeah, what we got there was the shotguns. They handle exactly the same as Bayonetta's. They just have different names and a slightly different colour or something. But yes, these guys. Grace and Glory. Cool thing, well, one thing about them that I found out just today. Grace here is the fire one, and Glory is the electric one. Keep that in mind. Now you remember their cousins, Gracious and Glorious, the gold and silver ones, or whatever the hell. You would think logically that because Grace is the fire one, Glorious would be the fire one on those gold guys, but no, that's not the case. For some reason, Gracious and Glorious are swapped over. So Gracious is actually the electric one, and Glorious is the fire one. I don't know why that is. But I'm sure no one really cares about the specifics of that because they probably just refer to them as those bastards. I don't know about you, but I just love it when the game does that extra long snapshot. Also, nothing new here, so I sped it up a little bit. You have various options here. On the normal playthrough, I ran to the bridge and got my witch friends killed. Alternatively, you can hang around here and not get them killed and just dodge, offset, punch, kick punches. Also, if you have the parry accessory, you can just parry the fireballs back, and that's a lot easier and a lot faster too. But yeah, nothing special. Again, something to note here is that you always need to try and keep in the air so your combo doesn't get broken. But again, it's exactly the same pretty much as normal. Now, those of you who haven't played the game may be wondering, say on normal or on hard, how you get witch time on this. Witch time is triggered when you dodge just before he hits the platform. So it's pretty easy to anticipate, really. Also, a funny thing happened to me when I was doing a test recording. You remember before there was that cutscene where it showed the bit of the platform breaking off? After that platform broke off, after that cutscene, for some reason I died. Yes, she landed on the platform, but then I died. I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure it was a dick move. But yeah, while most of the time Jean's Wicked Weaves are white, sometimes you get a cutscene where they're black. But yes, nothing really different about Non-Stop. The only really impressive thing this time was maybe the Witch Time one. And yes, -6 damage. Basically every time you get hit in an Alfheim that counts as a -1. And yes, this is what a pure Platinum 1 looks like with Zero. Has a really bad smoker's cough. And here's another thing about Zero, he gets his own little toy thing, with his own unique sounds and everything. Kinda cute, I think. But yes, see you guys next time.